to a very strong communist parent. Last time I checked in 2009, there were still over 2,000 parents who did not know where their children were. Because that was made without any paper trace. They would take the children, would put them into a specific foster care home, which was actually about 15 kilometers away from the place where I lived. And from that foster care home, they would take the children to their new parents, and nobody would know where they came from, and nobody would know on their real parents' side where they have been. I don't know what the number is today, but you might be imagined that over a period of 25 to 30 years, it is very difficult to find a trace when there is not a piece of paper or something written on. Now fast forward into 2006, 2007, 8, 9, 10, and today. When I came to the United States in 2005, it was the fulfillment of my life dream. I sold everything I had over there in Europe, my house, my belongings, everything. And I invested into a small business which I started here in the United States, focusing on maintenance and reliability service engineering. We were pretty successful until 2009. I had 7 employees to that point. So I started that business. I came over here in September 2005, and it took not long to realize that something was going wrong here. The reason was that so many things appeared so similar to me from the past. So I talked to relatives. I have a bunch of relatives over here, mostly cousins, of whom many I don't even know yet. So I haven't found them yet. So I talked to some of my cousins. I have 3 cousins in Cincinnati, which helped me to settle in. And I said, hey guys, did you hear about that renewal of the Patriot Act? And they said, yeah, what's about that? I said, guys, that's wrong. You have to stop that. Oh no, what do you mean? It's for our security. I said, no guys, it's not for our security. It's for their security against you. Oh no, I have nothing to hide. They can listen to my phone call. I have nothing to hide. I said, David, you don't know what you're talking about. Then I talked to other people, friends. I traveled a lot in those years, cross country. I was probably in 4 different towns every single week. And came in contact with workers on machines and all that. And as much as I enjoyed that, these guys said, yeah, that's not right, what is going on, but you know, we have been in tough times and we will get out of that. I said, no guys, that's different. It is different. Can't you see that? Nobody saw it. Do you remember that commercial government Motors had on several years ago? What was GMC's real name? I forgot that. Government Motors? That's the right name? Okay. Do you remember on that commercial where a woman calls the OnStar lady there and says, hey, my car was just stolen, And the OnStar lady says, sir, come down, we will get that. So calls the police. The police says, what is the license plate? Oh yeah, it's right in front of us. Can you shut it down? And they stopped the car. And the police could arrest these guys. They could sing, right? I would never in my life buy a car that somebody else can control. You can take off the battery of your cell phone. You better shut it off before, because there is a super cap in. It's called super cap, which keeps the power for a certain time. So you shut it down, that super cap gets discharged, you take the battery out, and then you are secure in that environment. But you cannot drive to a meeting with a car which they can control without them knowing it. It's all about control. And you cannot drive to a meeting without a car. It's not possible. That's probably the reason why they just came out with the idea from 2016 on, every single new built car will have a black box.
Yeah, thank you.
So in future, I suggest you buy bicycles. It's a little bit difficult, I know, but we are used to it. So.
Well, this is free enterprise, so it'd be a big business disconnecting them.
Probably. But you know, that would be a fellow. You will go in prison for that.
That's right. Well, if they catch us.
Yeah, they will. Don't worry about that. It is not about your phones. It's not about your phone calls. It's not about that you talk to your grandma about the phenomenal hash puppies they made last weekend when you were there. It's not about those. It's about collecting data. Who, when, where, with whom, why. These 5 criteria, all the time. It's not about reading your emails that you had an awesome afternoon with your kids on the field. It's not about that. It's about with whom have you been there, how long was it, what was the reason that you were there, and when will you go back. It's not about why you call somebody. Doesn't matter. It is about building boxes, as I call it. Pattern. Pattern of movement, pattern of assembly, pattern of agreement, pattern of passions. That is what it is about. And every single pattern will have a box where they will put in the names of those who belong to that pattern. And the box can have a name Christian, can have a name constitutionalist, can have a name patriot, can have a name all of the above. And when somebody comes onto power who thinks that box is a problem for me to stay in power, then they will be able to clean that box out overnight. That is why they collect the data.
That's right.
I guarantee you there are probably a handful, maybe 10 of your elected officials in Congress, all together, House and Senate, which have not a long list of blackmailable issues in their basement. Your best proof for that was Herman Cain, and the next one was Judge Roberts. And I'm pretty sure there are many, many others who will not stand up for your rights because they fear for their life or for the life of their loved ones. Or they are just coward enough to not want that it comes out that as a teenager they smoke pot or whatever they do. Yeah, that might go away anyway, so, you know. I suggest that everybody who runs for an office, and it doesn't matter if it is school board, commissioner, central committee, precinct, state rep, state senate, national, doesn't matter. go deep into your own history and look at it. What had happened over the years? What of that can come back and bite me? Because it is not about you. It is not about you. If you are courage enough to run for office, that is great, and I applaud everybody for that, because it will turn your life upside down. But you have to be sure that you will not taint the movement, which will have your name on it. That's the problem. You cannot run for office if you are not 100% sure that 3 days before the election, somewhere out of nowhere will come a bombshell and will destroy the movement that supports you. We have had the situation in Clermont County where a commissioner had a dirty history, and it came out 2 days before the election, and we lost that position. I would like to give you the statement of the CTO, the Chief Technical Officer of Google. We are able to know your thoughts even before you. Now think about that a moment. It sounds bold, right? Who does this guy is? I mean, come on. They are. Because there is a program which analyzes every single computer hit you do. You sit on a computer and you are on the internet. They are able to analyze that from a psychological perspective. And they are today, with the data they have collected over the years, they are able to pretend to a 78% security your next hit on the keyboard. 78%. That's the reason why this guy says, we know your thoughts even before you. And I guarantee you, 2 years down the road, it will be 80 or 82%. Another statement of a former CIA director: we know where you are in your home and what you are doing. We listen to you through your dishwasher and through your refrigerator. Is he crazy?
No.
No, it's real.
Smart.
Almost 90% of all appliances today have a little piece in them. It's called a microprocessor, microcomputer. Embedded systems are everywhere. If you open the door from your refrigerator, this refrigerator is able to connect to the internet through your electronic energy device, which monitors your energy. Those are called smart meters. Is able to connect and to send the data out. Now, it is not active yet, so I can calm you down a little bit. But it is possible. It is easy. I'm an electronic engineer, and I'm working with a Fortune 500 company developing electronic devices used in a shopping experience, which are able to track every single step you do. Today, only inside the stores. Who of you has seen the movie The Life of Others? So you know what I'm talking about? I strongly recommend hit the internet, YouTube, Google it. You will find it there for free. You have to spend 2 hours and 18 seconds to visit to see it. The Life of Others. You have to watch that movie, and you have to drag your children and your grandchildren into your living room to see that movie. And you have to tell them that is coming. That is your future if you don't get your butt out of the chair and do something against it. And for those who plan to watch it, I encourage you to pay the most attention you can to the first 10-15 minutes. That is crucial. And when you watch it, you will immediately understand why. The rest of the movie is about celebrities getting caught up into an